Hello fellow gamers, Kevin J2010 here, welcoming you back to some more Mega Man Battle Network. In the last episode we kind of defeated the boss or mini-boss or something of this chapter of the Waterworks, because it seems like we've destroyed whatever was stopping the water or what froze it over or whatever. So it was kind of anticlimactic, but you know, I think it's time we head back to ACDC and make sure the water's okay. I mean, we gotta make sure the water's okay before we can truly say our job is done. So let's get going. Let's check out the school pond. Okay, that seems like the best idea. And here we are. Well, there's water, but it looks really nasty. Water, need water. Water, must drink. Huh? That water's bad. Go, blah. Are you okay? Uh-oh. Lan! You've done it now. Chad! People are drinking the polluted water everywhere. The real problem was in the water filtering program. This is all your fault. Just stay out of my way, okay? Lan, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It's not your fault, Mega Man. Let's go back. What? We can't give up now. Let's fix this problem for good. And no, he's not dead, because that would have been wrong. Lan, you've got mail. What does the mail say? Hard times get worse as people faint from lack of water. Remember, don't drink tainted water. It's a little late for that. I think it's supposed to be dramatic irony or something. Mail, should I open it? Please. So, are you looking for the kid who was kidnapped? I forgot to mention his last name is Freud. And it looks like the World 3 is involved. So, good luck. Lan, she said Freud. That's the name of the guy at the Waterworks. That means the World 3 took Freud's son and made him bug the water program. Things are starting to make sense. Yai, she could have told me sooner. If we save his son, maybe Dr. Freud will stop the bug. Right, good idea. And there's our mail, just in case we want to hold on to the information. Now, if you remember correctly, I believe we heard rumbling coming from inside a car nearby Higsby's. Ow. Oh, you're that land fellow. You Freud? Are you okay? Thanks, we gotta stop my dad from helping the World 3. We were right. Got it, leave it to me. This is a program my dad uses at work. It might help. We got the handle program. Thanks. Tell my dad I'm fine, okay? And you got his message. Lan, let's go. Okay, but before we go, we're gonna quickly jump into Higsby's shop, and we're gonna use the Super Exchanger just because I kind of feel like it. I won't deny. I just kind of feel like using it. What am I getting rid of here? We have a lot of cannons, I remember. Like a lot of the earlier cannons. There we go. Get rid of a lot of those. I don't think what you put into it affects it. It might. And there we go. Trade in those 10 chips, and we get a spreader, which is awful. That was not worth it in the slightest. It was nowhere near as good as Gaia 3 that we got on the first freaking try. Man, that's awesome. Anyway, so we're gonna head back to the government complex, back to the Waterworks, and if you remember, we know what to do with this handle now, because I kind of showed it out of stupidity, but man, we got it. So here we go. Anyway, back here on the net, one thing I want to bring up. Is it just me, or is it a little weird that a water cooler is connected to like the entire network of the plants? I just realized that. Okay, let's use the M cannon to just BAM! 120 damage. That was hard. Beat him in less than a second. Took me 98 hundredths of a second to win. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the handle. I don't like how you have to turn off the water every time. It's weird, but you have to do it. Ah, come on. Right there. There we go. I must say, I really do love the design of the networks. Like, it seems like they're very well drawn, and they just look really good. Oh, we have an A, B. Okay, so I'll just use all 3. Won't get the program advanced, but whatever. There we go. That was pretty easy. Took me 4 and a third of a second, about. 4 and a quarter of a second. Wow. For some reason, when I see 24, I'm going to round it to 33 rather than round it to 25. That was really stupid of me. Anyway. Teleport. This is where Chad was, or Chowd, or whatever his name was. But this is the room we actually want to be in because, if you remember, this is where there was that thing that didn't have the handle on it. So, I wonder what we use the handle program for. Got a couple of Sony waves here. Sony waves. It's well, as your chips get better, the game gets pretty easy. But well, it doesn't get easy. The game can be easier if you have the right chips, but trust me, it can be this game can get really hard if you do not have the right chips, and trust me, even with the right chips, it can get really hard. Anyway, so we got, ooh, this is kind of a cheap combination, but we have the ever destructive can't lose attack. So as you can see, Dashbird here managed to dodge it. It is possible to dodge Gaia. As you can probably guess, there is an enemy that gives it to you, and you'd probably think that attack seems so hard to dodge. It does like 160 damage. It is really hard to dodge, but if you have the right thing, you can do it. Anyway, so we use the handle program on this. I'm fixing my mic, sorry. And it was getting, like, well, more or less I was scratching my head, and then I had to fix the mic because I moved the mic to scratch my head. Anyway, continuing on, running over here. Anyway, I should be cutting out a lot of these battles anyway, which I already have been, but anyway, run down here and into this teleporter. We're going to be in a whole new area now. So this area already looks a lot different and really weird at that. But you want to come this way, up here, and hit this. And then once you hit it, turn it off again. I don't know why they did it that way. It's a little annoying, but nah, whatever. Can't complain. It's a decent game. And it was their first game in the series. Well, in the series as this, so. And again, like, I must say, they did a really good job on it, considering it's their first game in this new franchise. And we get Invis 2. That's a decent chip, actually, because what it does, it just makes you invincible for a couple turns. So, it's a useful chip for noobs, actually. Or for people who, like, just almost exclusively upgrade their Mega Buster. Yeah, I have another Bubbler. It's nice. Bubbler A would be pretty decent. What was I running into there? I don't even know. Anyway, so we're in a new area here. And this area is a little... Fall through a hole to find a path. Melt the ice to create another. Fall through another hole. Melt the ice again to create a new path. Then you can get to the brown path to the right. That's where we're trying to get to. Now, I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go. I want to think it's this way. And no, I went the wrong way. I tried. But basically, it's one of these puzzles where it's trial and error. You need to guess which hole is the right one. I think it's this one. Nope. It wasn't even a hole. That was silly of me. And, oh, right. There are some enemies here that are really freaking annoying. Like this guy. He's basically your average sword dude. Except this guy has freaking 200 health. So, it's a real pain to fight him when he has that much health. And he has the steel and the sword powers and everything like the last guy we faced. And I got hit by that, even though I didn't... well, I obviously didn't mean to, but whatever. I'm actually just going to use escape here. And he's going to use steel first, which is why I'm going to escape. I actually had a little bit of a fail recording. I might show it here. But I was fighting one of those guys, actually. And I was facing two of them. And an Invisidude. And it was just like such an unfair combination. I couldn't hit him, and I lost. And it was sad, and I cried, and your mom cried. And not dying to you guys today. But yeah, it was just... and I screwed up. It was like I just missed. It was really bad. Anyway. If I showed it, I probably shouldn't have explained it. But anyway. Think this way? Yeah, there we go. You want to go this way. And we get more of these dudes. I don't like facing them at all, I swear. I kind of want his chip, though, because he has Aqua Sword, as there are elemental swords. As you probably saw, there's Electric Sword. Or Elect Sword. Anyway, so you head over here. We're going to want to turn on this. And this is going to get that water going, which is going to melt all that ice off, so we can now stop on that. Which is obviously something we would really like. And then one of these holes is I did the wrong thing, and I fell down a hole I didn't mean to fall down. But now that we've done that, we can actually get to that middle hole quite easily. And time for the instant win chip. Oh no, he dodged it. Oh crap. As I said, you can dodge that. So, it's not as hard as you think, considering what it looks like. There we go. Not that bad. And we got a sword. Sword L. Eh. That's very in my opinion. But, let's see here. Head down here. Whoopsie, I thought I was going to get stopped there. I guess I didn't. Oh, because... yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I screwed up because I forgot that, obviously, the water would have stopped at some point in there. At least I think. I don't know. Will it? Yeah, it did. So I could have just jumped there. I just screwed that up. My bad. Now, one of these we have to fall down. I don't think it's this one. I don't want to think it's that one. But it's definitely not that one. And I don't think it's that one. I think falling down this one's good, though, because we'll get something. Alright. If we fall down here, you can get... Power Up! Yes, very useful. I think we're finally going to upgrade our Rapid just once. Oopsie. I'm going to upgrade my Rapid just once, just because I don't usually upgrade my Rapid, because the distance you're standing affects Rapid sometimes. But I'm going to activate it this time, just so I can. And that water's going to start flowing. You want it to flow, and then you want to stop the flow. Pretty simple, just like we've done before. And you take this to slide all the way back. And this is kind of confusing, but you actually have to go at an angle here. And once you're on there, you're lined up, and you make it. So there we go. We've made it. And, you know, decent time. So, you know, next time on Mega Man Battle Network, we are probably going to finish this whole Waterworks side quest. So I'll see you guys all next time.